We are joined on the phone today by the legendary Pat Boone. We're talking about his new song and his new music video for a song known as the new national anthem of brotherhood. The song is called Can't We Get Along? Mr. Boone, how are you today?
Hello, Dustin. I'm doing good, and it's Pat, please.
Pat, all right. It's an honor to be speaking with you. Thanks for joining me.
Well, I'm glad to talk to you and glad we can talk about Can't We Get Along, because Minnesota is one of the objects of this song. You know, what cities and towns and the state of Minnesota has gone through in these last few months. Well, we all have, of course. It's a national, the corona thing and the riots and the pillage and the violence that we've been subjected to has one answer, only one answer, and that's that we look at each other and care for each other. And that sounds trite, it's platitudes, but the song I wrote in 1992 when Rodney King came out of the beating that he had taken from the police. He was resisting arrest. He was high. He didn't defend himself for that, but when he came out puffy, still from the beating that sparked the L.A. riots that were still going on, to face the press, he said, "Can't we get along? Can't we work it out? Can't we be friends?" And I cried then. I thought, man, he could have said inflammatory things, and he didn't. He's crying for understanding, for brotherhood. And I waited for Peter, Paul, and Mary or somebody to write a song, but they didn't, so I did. and then sang it. I felt like I just took dictation. It all came to me so quickly and easily. And I didn't have a way to record it right then, so I just sang it around L.A. with some black choruses, and that was fine. The riots quieted down, and 30 years went by, and suddenly the riots were tearing all of us apart. And I realized that song was really the beginning of the answer. It's not the answer, but there will not be answers to our problems unless we genuinely and individually care about each other, and unless we see each other as we are, as all created in God's image and equal, and no one better than another. I mean, if we reach out, I love the line that I'd written, "If you look right in my eyes, you may see straight into my heart." And that's what the song's about. And thank God, it's going wild all over the country. Almost 6 million views on my Facebook page, and then YouTube, and going viral now on radio. The song itself, but of course, I hope people will, go to to YouTube or somewhere, see the video, because you can see our neighbors, our fellow Americans, reaching out to each other in the midst of the riots, as recorded in city after city, and including Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, Portland, Seattle, all the places where the violence has been so terrible and counterproductive, creating more division in cases instead of unity or communication, but people reaching out and accepting each other, kneeling and praying together in the midst of the riots. So the song is extremely moving, and the video especially, chronicling what was going on then, and still is, as people do reach out. It has to start in our hearts before there's any meaningful action. And so, anyway, thanks for letting me rant on about it, but I'm glad you're aware of it and want to draw attention to it.
Definitely. The song, again, Can't We Get Along? It's out there now, and there's a video for it as well. I've read maybe this will be part of an upcoming album soon. Is that true?
Yes, we're putting it together with... See, people don't realize, because I'm known for singing other people's songs more than from my own, although I've written and recorded some important songs, like the second Jewish national anthem, the theme song from the movie Exodus, was an instrumental melody written by Ernest Gold from the movie with Paul Newman, and the story about the rebirth of the modern state of Israel, but there were no words. So I had to sing it. I wrote, "This land is mine, God gave this land to me." And I wrote that on the back of a Christmas card, and it became the lyric of the song, and now has gone worldwide, and that's just one example of songwriting, not just song singing, that I've been doing through the 65 years of my career. I I hold a distinction in the record business of having recorded more separate songs than any other artist, more than Frank Sinatra or Bing. Frank did some 1,500 songs, all classics. Bing Crosby the same, some 2,000. I'm up to over 2,300 separate songs and so many genres: country, pop, gospel, hard rock, heavy metal, jazz, a cappella. I mean, I've been just a recording fool, but I've loved doing it, and I'm still at it. I've written a song called Yehoshua, revealed by the 105-year-old revered rabbi in Israel, the name of the Messiah. In Hebrew, Yehoshua, Jehovah is salvation, or the one-word salvation, Yeshua, which is Jesus. And that, when I told that to Prime Minister Netanyahu alone, he and I, in his office 2 years ago, I said, your own rabbi has revealed the name of the Messiah. And Netanyahu, who's a friend of mine, said, which is? I said, Yehoshua. And I heard him say, Jesus, yes. The name of the Messiah in English is Jesus, but in Hebrew it is Yeshua, salvation, for he will save his people from their sins. So I've written a song with Michael Omartian, the great songwriter, producer, and he and I are finishing that song, and I'll be recording it. It'll be, I don't know, 2,302 or whatever, but I'll keep on this truth tradition of having recorded more separate songs than any other artist in history.
Excellent. Well, Pat, I know we're out of time here. Thank you so much. It's been an honor speaking with you. I really appreciate your time today.
I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.
And again, that was the one and only Pat Boone, and his new song and music video, Can't We Get Along, is available now.